people that has been very close to us from the beginning as well, and from whom we've learned a great deal, and who was one of our original participants 10 years ago when we came to be with Mandy and folks, is Regina DeMarasse. And Regina has a few words to say and more to say this afternoon, I think.
It's great to be back. This has been a tremendous lift for me after the year from hell. And what is most important for me is to be wanted back, needed back, and to be encompassed by people who share a vision with me that has sort of lost its way over the years, but it's emerging again. So I thank you for doing that for me. I think I'm going to be brief, but you never know with me. I have several observations I want to share. I didn't grow up with obvious disabilities. I have been on children my spine as a young child and only had very unmanageable limitations. But then the tumor recurred in my late teens and into my adulthood. So I've observed that the friends I know who grew up with disabilities, they had some pluses and they had some minuses compared to me. I think for me the pluses have been that I just expected to go on, have a career, and do what I was going to do. And my parents always saw it that way and encouraged me, and didn't exactly stop when I became disabled. At that point, they just, well, my father died somewhere within that time, but my mom just continued to hope for me to get beyond the disability. But in the meantime, I can recall one instance in which I was, taking classes over the telephone and overheard another student asking the professor for help to get a perfect average that class. And my mother nudged me and said, why don't you offer some help? How can I offer help? I'm blind, I'm paralyzed. I need help myself. And then it occurred to me, but I was doing a whole lot better. I guess I had something in my head that couldn't. Anyway, I got along with it and off the track. My point is that I had never set limitations for myself growing up, and despite disabilities, I maintained my two loves. I always wanted to write, and I have more skill than them. I wanted to, but nonetheless, do more studying to the career. And I wanted to work in counseling, even before I knew what that was. But it was called, that is. I knew what it was, but didn't know what to call the role I wanted. And I did, after 7 years of graduate school, get my degree and did one in the field for a while. Where I envy my friends that have grown up with disabilities is that they seem to be in the know about services, about getting advanced set about career plans. They might go on to and have support, which I didn't have as much as I needed in my career plan. So I encourage folks with who are growing up with disabilities or labels to look toward that future and to look at what resources are there and to keep that in mind and pursue them. And the last point I want to make is I did get a career. I did mainstream in this career. I became a mental health counselor. I was at first, I had a hard time getting an internship in direct ways. The people from my interview found ways to try to discourage me, such as saying, well, we felt that this place would be really good with the Department of Corrections, where we have people coming in from halfway houses with criminal records and schizophrenia and multiple personalities and other things. Well, and they are very angry, some of them, and they might understand your wheelchair. That part didn't really scare me, but I felt I needed a little more coaching before I got into the heavy stuff. Then, about 6 days before the time, I did find a placement with a generic counseling agency with my boss, Joe Future, and he was one who saw people's strengths, whether it was his clients or me with my disabilities, as other staff people said to him, well, how much should do this, how much should do that? He said, well, I don't know, but she must have figured it out. She got through school. To me, that was a power of one that allowed me to begin a career that lasted 3 years as a program counselor. And my clients did not look at the disabilities for very long. I explained to them, like when we start, you're probably surprised to see your counselor in a wheelchair. Probably even more surprised than I'm also blind. But I want to let you know that the ears listen very intently, the mind more as well, and the heart is there. So I hope they can help you. And that was it. We carried on a professional relationship. And disability was not the issue. And I want to encourage you to pursue your dreams as I did, whatever they are. Because disability does not have to be an issue. Thank you very much.
And therefore, friendships could occur between a variety of ages and a variety of people. Reg?
Let's not forget bridge building.
Yes.
Can also help connect, because some of us are just plain ignorant of what it means. I was in a rehab center for quite a while, and I was in a room with 3 other women, and one of them spoke through a board where she pointed to the letters. And I'm blind, so of course we didn't have conversations unless someone was there to bridge it. And one time, recreational director brought us together for discussion group or whatever it was, and then carried it a step further and said that, you know, Laura likes to be spoken to. Some of you can't read her board and may not be able to hear or to find out her response, but it doesn't mean that she wants to be in absolute silence. She still wants people to speak on it. And I go, oh, gee, now here I'm thinking, I might be a fool if I talk to her. She may be yawning, closing her eyes, not listening, so I won't venture forth and speak to her since I can't see her response. But after that I realized, well, it's worth the venture. So from time to time, we were alone in my room, and I would speak to her, and later get a response through a computer, usually enough of response. And that was bridge building, just helping people like me to be aware that this other person still wants communication, even when it's one way, or still wants friendship, or whatever the case may be. And I think bridge builders can be the parents, they can be the teachers with a little coaching, school social, you have social workers or such in your schools, those people, whoever.
Conscious that it's after 3, we're supposed to be having a break at this point until 3:30 when the next, but we are here and we're willing to continue as long as the you're aware and we're aware that you're free to get something to drink or eat, which we just finished, I think. So we're going to be here, and we're going to be here for the next group as well. So let's continue if you'd like.
Belonging to other people. Vehicles must not be left unattended on any road.
About encouraging diversity, that it's not something that we really want to force to happen. We want it to be natural, yet we do need to encourage it because just observation, I think, has been that a little encouragement is needed to bring different kinds of people together to find out about each other and to understand that we have commonalities too. And the snowflakes, to me, are about when we were kids in school, we were given these circles and we could make snowflakes, and we were told every snowflake is unique. There are no two identical snowflakes, and therefore you could take your little kindergarten scissors and cut whatever way you liked. Nobody could tell you you were wrong or right, and you could just do your thing with them. And then the beauty is when you unfold it, and I think that there's an unfolding to community and the diversity that brings us something unexpected. And I need others to pitch in thoughts.
Will I show? Would you like me to?
You know that, don't you?
No, okay.
Maybe a little later.
Maybe later.
I just wanted you to
Oh,
do
two on here?
Yeah, the group.
Oh, okay. But two on the same camera?
Look at the front camera, darling.
Five-year-old son, and we had the most tremendous welcome, incredible week of learning and sharing, and terrific hospitality. And I guess that's really where the whole, real connection of the hearts began. And since then, Communitas have been over twice here to this country, and we've met across
The jacket, so it's about a train anyway. And it's, of course, symbolic, and he does explain within the song about no one's going to stop this train. We're on a train together, a journey. And as we catch on, I hope you'll join in. And thank you for the day, and thank you for the week, and thank you for the support that still continues on.
Hi.